Hello, my name is Karimi Alonso, and this is Jacob Blackmore. Our password is Purple, and we are in Group 2. Today, we will talk about how to ace a job interview. Many of us look really great on paper, but we just don't know what to do when we get to the job interview. Knowing how to ace a job interview can help you get that job that you've been going to college for. Today, we will learn how to dress for the interview, how to answer questions, what to do, and what not to do during a job interview. First impressions are very important for a job interview. It begins with how you look and how you dress. It is important for both men and women to dress professionally for a job interview, even though the job position does not necessarily require a suit. You need to still dress professionally. Most often that will mean wearing a suit. Never dress down, even if you're required by your position to dress down. Here are a few tips on how to dress for a job interview. For men, wear a comfortable and fitting suit. That means a matching jacket and pants, a dress shirt, a tie, coordinating socks, and well polished shoes. Your shoes and your belt should match. It is best to wear dark suits with a light colored shirt. Avoid loud colors and flashy ties. Make sure that your clothes are neat, pressed, and never wear or go to an interview in wrinkled clothes. Personal hygiene is also very important for both men and women. Shower or bathe on the day of the interview. For men, shave and if you have a beard or a mustache, have it neatly trimmed. Your hair should be neat and conservative. Use deodorant, but do not use colognes or perfumes or even aftershaves because they could be overwhelming or even cause an allergic reaction to the interviewer. Brush your teeth before you leave for the interview. Do not eat or smoke right before the interview. You want to have a fresh breath. Women should also look professional during interviews. Wear a comfortable and fitting skirt or pants suit. That should also include a blouse, conservative low-heeled shoes that have no opening in the back or in the toe. You should not wear shoes that you can wear to a club. Interview, uh, interview suits should be simple and dark colored. Avoid bright colors, animal prints, anything lacy, sheer, or low cut. Wear knee-length skirts and nothing too tight. As for makeup, wear shades that are neutral to your skin tone and avoid bright and unusual colors or very long nails. Keep jewelry and hair accessories to a minimum. Stick to those that are not too flashy, shiny, or distracting. Remember, good hygiene and dressing professionally shows respect to yourself, to the interviewer, and to the company. Now that I've shared with you how to dress for a job interview, let's have Jake share how to answer questions during an interview.
Thanks, Karimi. It is important to know how to look during an interview, but equally as important to know how to answer your interviewer's questions. First, being honest is important. You want to be honest about your abilities and qualities that you might offer a potential employer. Remember that if you lie and you end up getting the job, it will quickly be apparent that you are not honest during the interview and you cannot be trusted and you'll be fired. Next, it is important to listen to what you are being asked during an interview. Listening can be the best way to show that you're interested and that you have vested time and energy into the company. You will also be able to answer the questions correctly. Whereas if you are not listening, you are showing that you don't care and that you think that it is a waste of time. While answering questions, remember that it is important to draw from your experiences. In an interview, you may be asked many situational questions. When these questions arise, it is important to draw from your experiences because they will show how you handle problems, and they may show that you work well under pressure and shed positive light on yourself. Lastly, when answering questions, it is important to answer in a timely fashion. It is important to answer questions in the right amount of time, not too fast and not too slow. Being slow can show that you are lying and trying to make up an answer and stalling for time. But at the same time, answering too quickly can convey that you just made up something on the spot because you don't really know. It is important to answer in a timely fashion. Listening, drawing from personal experiences, and answering timely and honesty are some of the best ways to show your employer that you are the best person for the job. Here's Karimi to share a few tips with us.
Thank you, Jake. Here is what to do during a job interview. First, a few days before the interview, research about the company so you can know something about them. On the day of the interview, arrive 10 minutes early, and if you're running late, please call them. When you get to the interview, greet the receptionist or assistant with courtesy and respect. Also, greet the interviewer with their title, such as Mr., Miss, or Doctor, and then their last name. Shake their hand firmly. Wait until you're offered a seat before you sit down. Sit upright. Look alert throughout the interview. Show enthusiasm to the company and the position. Have confidence and high energy levels, but not overly aggressive. Maintain good eye contact with the interviewer. Ask intelligent questions to the interviewer so as to look interested. Sell yourself to the interviewer. Tell the interviewer why you're the best candidate for the job. Remember, showing enthusiasm, courtesy, and intelligence for the position will improve your chances of getting the position. And here is Jake on what not to do during a job interview.
Thanks, Karimi. Here are a few simple don'ts that will help you considerably during your interview. First, don't chew gum. Chewing gum is often rude and it will interfere with your ability to answer questions. You may also choke, which would completely end the interview. Don't just rely on your skills and abilities to get the job. Just because you have the ability and the qualification for the job doesn't mean that you will get the job. Remember, oftentimes you have to work with or directly or indirectly with your employer or the person that's interviewing you. So remember to be kind and courteous. Don't use slang or crass language during an interview. You might offend the interviewer, or you may be misunderstood by the interviewer if you use slang language. Don't joke. Joking can often be funny, but just remember that just because you think it's funny doesn't mean everybody will think it's funny. And that can include your interviewer who may take offense to it. And lastly, don't ask about money, salary, vacations, benefits, 401k, or any of these types of things unless you are offered the job. Then, and only then, is it appropriate to ask these types of questions. Following the simple list of do's and don'ts is a great way to keep you on the fast track to doing a great job during your interview. Now that we have heard how to dress, how to respond during an interview, what to do and what not to do during an interview. Let's get out there and start practicing so we can land that dream job that we have always wanted. Thank you.